Oh, Wright-Way's dabbled in solar over the years, since the 90s and whatnot, gates and little small applications, but it really wasn't viable to offer solar powering a house until they took the cap off the 30% tax rebate. Because back then solar was running, $10 a watt installed, and now it's down around $250. So the sales tax credit and a local utility incentive coming down the pike is what really kind of inspired us to really push solar hard in 2008. And it's been a wild ride these last 10 years, and we've loved every minute of it. One of the things that kind of started growing in my heart was that we should be able to do this on a much larger scale. We should be able to set up our system on our house and be done, have a lifetime supply of power. So, really the freedom from having the utility bills was kind of a first thing that drew my interest, was realizing that the technology is there, we can do it, and being able to have no operating cost is just a huge blessing. Keeps on giving. So many people want to call in and say, I got 2,000 square foot, or I have 1,000 square foot. And I like to tell people to not think about it that way. Think about it more like a good stock, because you can buy as much of that stock as you want or as little. And as long as you don't buy more energy than you need, because the power company's not really going to write you a check. I mean, I've heard of a few customers, but for the most part, I always tell people, don't expect that. So as long as you just get enough solar to offset your demand, it's just like buying a stock. So I would normally throw out there a good entry-level system, the smallest that's worth having. It's typically going to run you about $9,995. Now there's plenty of ways to wiggle that up or down, but that system is going to make you around $50 on its best month. So it's a pretty good payback for the money laid out. In fact, for most folks these days, if you finance an extra $10,000 in your mortgage, it's between $25 and $40 a month on your financing charge. For most folks these days, the great investment is what they're after. 8 to 14% return on investments are what's normally considered a reasonable projection. With solar, there is a lot of looking to the future and predicting what power rates are going to be. So obviously, our models are based on historical averages over the last 25 years and looking forward. A lot of people are also drawn to solar for the benefits to the environment. Solar's got a reputation of being really good on the environment. The manufacturing process, there's some debates there, and different companies are cleaner than others, but as far as your lifetime supply of energy, there's really not a cleaner way to get it than solar. Once those panels are built, that energy's embodied, it's done. If you take good care of them, 25-year warranty, 50+ year life expectancy. It's not so much about the payback, it's about not relying on others for life-sustaining energy. More and more people these days are realizing that it's a lot better to keep that car for 5 or 10 years instead of selling it off every 3 or 4, and use that savings to go into a self-sustaining energy package. Arguably, cars are among the worst investments we make, whereas a solar system combined with a battery system will give you that peace of mind. And today's lithium batteries have 10-year warranties and 35-year life expectancies. So, the days of having to replace your batteries regularly, or that being a big nightmare, are thankfully gone. So energy independence typically is the third main reason that folks seek us out. I think what really makes solar such a passionate service for me is that I really feel like we're selling freedom. Whether that's just freedom from having a big power bill, or freedom from having any power bill, or freedom from even relying on the power company. Really a big part of our marketing packages is tied back into freedom, the Constitution and all the great features of this land that enable us all to seek a better life and to seek that freedom. And to us, getting rid of your power bill and knowing that you have a self-sustaining power system that you'll pretty much never have to mess with, that's the ultimate gift. And so yeah, anytime we get to do those, it just really, the gratification of a job well done lasts for a long time.